Dear kids, let us begin a new poem in this section. The name of the poem is Chivy, written by Michael Rosen. Before entering this poem, we are going to understand the meaning of the word Chivy. Can you tell me, children, what is the meaning of Chivy? Did you hear this word? Chivy means to nag, which means to sneak up on or rapidly approach. Okay, this is the meaning of chivy, which means to continuously urge someone to do something, often in an annoying way. Okay, children, this is the meaning. Without any delay, let's get started this poem. Children, when we will read this poem one by one, the poet is sharing his childhood experience here. When he was in childhood, he got some experience from his parent. So we are going to study those experience here. Okay? The poet shares instance from his childhood. When he was a child, what happened? The poet's mother took him to school for admission. Whether the principal and other teachers were taking for an interview, they asked him that, "What's your name?" Then he said, "Michael Don't." What is Michael Don't? He was full of hearing, "Michael don't do, Michael don't do this, Michael don't do that." So that's why he was introducing himself like this. So what did he say? Michael don't. He was full of hearing, "Michael don't do this and don't do that" all the time. So interviews himself also, Michael don't. So on this basis of that, he is written this poem. Now let us read the poem. Grown-ups say things like, "Speak up, don't talk with your mouth full. Don't stare, don't point, don't pick your nose. Sit up, say please. Less noise, shut the door behind you. Don't drag your feet. Haven't you got a hacky? Take your hands out of your pockets. Pull your socks up, stand up straight. Say thank you, don't interrupt. No one thinks you're funny. Take your elbows off the table. Can't you make your own mind up about anything?" Now, I just explained the first stanza. Grown-ups say things like, "Speak up, don't talk with your mouth full. Don't stare, don't point, don't pick your nose." Here, the poet is trying to say these are the few things that elder people say, like just, "Why are you silent? Don't stare when you keep your staring somebody." Okay. When we are continuously staring at somebody, that they tell us, "Don't stare." Stare means to look fixedly. That is called stare. Okay. When we are pointing out, our parents will say, "Don't point out." Okay. Don't pick your nose. So sometimes these few things which are the elder people say like just. So the poet is explaining this in this first stanza. Sit up, say please, less noise, shut the door behind you, don't drag your feet. Haven't you got a hacky? Take your hands out of your pockets. Here, you will be very well able to relate all these things parents tell us. Am I right, children? That sit up, say please. If you want anything, just say please. Less noise. Make less noise. Don't make noise loudly. So frequently we are getting these commands from our parent. So that same thing, the poet is also getting commands from their parent. And children, when we walk or drag our feet, elders will say, don't drag your feet. Am I right? If you suppose walking like that, to put your hands in your packet, so they ask you to take your hands from the packet. These common things are that the parents grown up to tell us all the time. It will be very easy for you guys to relate. Pull your socks up. Stand up straight. Say thank you. Don't interrupt. No one thinks you're funny. Take your elbows off the table. Whenever somebody gives you something, what does elders say? Elder tells you to say thank you. Am I right? So that same poet is also trying to say here, don't say in between the pupil are talking, and these are the things the parents tell us here. He was explaining here. Can't you make your own mind up about anything? In this stanza, the poet talks about, can't you think on your own? What do you have to do next? So he was asking this question here. So this is the poem by Michael Rosen, and I hope it's clear to you, and I hope you have understood what is the poem trying to say here.